Oh, hello, Tippy. Hello, Claire. Okay, apparently they're gonna take over this video, but hello, friends. I'm just checking in, touching base, whatever, to say hello. I actually just finished recording a reaction video to some of my old content. I'm not 1,000% happy with how it came out because I really thought it would be a lot funnier and cringier for me to do. I didn't have that reaction to my old content. Some of it, at some points I did. Honestly, for the most part, I just felt a bit critical and maybe even a little awkward about watching my old stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just checking in. Right now though, I spent like over an hour recording that, so it's almost 2 p.m. I'm going to get some lunch and then maybe consider working on the beast of footage that I have to go through. We'll see. What is up, y'all? It is very early in the morning. Caleb just went to work, sorry. And I am going to work on editing my first video back for you guys. I got to thinking about it, and I thought today might be especially appropriate to talk about my anxiety in lieu of, you know, trying to do these mental health chat type vlogs more often and just kind of share my life with you a little bit more and my mental health journey. So I think I'll just be very candid with you this morning about like what I'm going through right now. To give you the full rundown of what's been going on with me, back in late July, I decided to leave my full-time job without anything lined up to replace it, which is kind of a crazy thing for most people, I think, to do. And definitely for me, this was not something I ever really would have considered an option for me if it weren't for the fact that I had been worried that I was going to lose my job for various reasons that are just kind of boring details. But there was legitimate reason for me to be worried about my company that I was working for going under. And so I discussed it with my family, like, look, if this happens, are we good? And I was under the impression, you know, the entire time that we would not be good, like not even close, that I was the breadwinner because I made the most money. If I lost my income, we would be in very dire straits. Well, come to find out, things would be tight for sure, but we would be fine if my income went away. So with that in mind, the company didn't go under, but more things just sort of happening at the company, I decided to leave without a job. And I obviously ran it by my family first, and I was like, I think I need to do this because I had been getting to a point working there. I was honestly considering suicide because I did not see a way out. I was really overworked and overwhelmed. I was working ridiculous hours on a salary, so I wasn't getting paid for any of that overtime. It was really hard for me. I've been in a not great place mentally for years, and when you compound being completely overwhelmed and burnt out by work also for years, I left my old job because I was burnt out and overwhelmed, came to this most recent job and was even more overworked and overwhelmed and further escalated my burnout. So with the support of my wonderful husband and my mother, I decided to leave. And my last day at my previous job was about a month later on the 19th of August. As you can imagine, as somebody with anxiety, throughout this entire process, I have been riddled with self-doubt and worry, just driving myself crazy in that regard. I've been wondering, you know, yes, we're okay without my income, but like, I was the one who had health insurance. So Caleb's job at the time was completely contract work, so he didn't have any benefits. Anyway, all of this to say that like I had worries compounding since then. It's been a real challenge because the thing that we all agreed on when I left my job, me, my husband, and my mother, is that I need to take at least a month or two to sort of reset, kind of get my head right. And wouldn't you know it, all this time that I'm supposed to be decompressing, relaxing, getting my head right, I have anxiety. I can't turn that off. I can't turn off the machine going in the back of my head of like, what if we're not okay? What if something happens? What if? I just didn't know where to begin. I was overwhelmed a bit with options, and yeah, that's kind of what I've been dealing with up until this point. The big thing that I really wanted to do with this time is explore my creative outlets. I have been relearning, reteaching myself kind of how to play piano. I played piano when I was a child and I enjoyed it a lot, but it was one of those things that was kind of, the joy was sort of ruined for me a bit by my abusive upbringing, which we'll get into at some point, you know. I'm sure it'll come up. I've been enjoying relearning that and reconnecting with that little girl that really loved to play piano. Another thing was doing YouTube videos again and wanting to talk about what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through, wanting to talk about and wanting to share this whole process. And so I'm sorry I'm kind of tying this back late. Brain doesn't work linearly. One of the reasons that I was at such a fragile breaking point was because I was doing some really serious trauma reprocessing therapy. I was actually doing EMDR therapy, which is trauma reprocessing. It's intense. If you've done it, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's a lot. I definitely think that contributed to my fragile state, but I have been in a fragile state for a long time. It's just that the EMDR kind of dismantles your coping mechanisms a little bit, because the whole purpose is to go past them and get to the trauma. Obviously, trauma is trauma, and it's a lot. It's intense. That's why I am here now. I'm currently unemployed. I actually do have something lined up that is I'm probably going to take. It's another full-time job, which wasn't ideal. I wanted to take something part-time so that I would have more time to dedicate to YouTube videos and stuff like that while still generating a steady stream of income. I'm no longer going to ask myself to be absolutely miserable in order to earn a very fluffy paycheck, you know? And I realize I'm in a privileged position to do that. Please don't take it the wrong way. I do understand that this is something not everybody can do. Not everybody has the luxury of being able to walk away from their job and offload a bit of the financial burden of the household, even for a temporary time. I hope I'm not triggering you guys at all with my story. I could understand how it would be. I want to talk candidly with you guys in this space, and I hope we can continue to do so. So, all of that backstory set up to say my anxiety runs rampant all the time, no matter what I do. So even though I don't have a job right now and I don't have that weight of responsibility over my head, I have so much anxiety about uploading a video and about like streaming even. I don't know if streaming is really what I want to get back to anyways. I think I would rather go back to video making. Yeah, I have this video that I recorded and I'm not 3000% happy with it because I'm a complete perfectionist. Another thing that compounds the anxiety, you know. I'm trying so hard to get through the editing. I hope you guys will like it. If it's already up, I hope you did like it. Yeah, I'm sorry there's not really much of a conclusion to anything I said thus far. It's just kind of sharing what I'm dealing with as far as anxiety goes today. If any of you guys are dealing with similar things where you're really trying to enjoy the time you have, you're really trying to make the most of it, whatever it is that you're doing, you're just confronted with constant anxiety that's really dampening the whole experience, I'm right there with you. You're not alone. I am having a rough day. My footage is all messed up. Basically, what I was trying to do is do a multicam type of setup. I was trying to do it all through one program in OBS using a plugin. Note to any of y'all that try to use that plugin, I forget what it was called. It's like a third-party plugin. I think it's called multi-source record. The audio desyncs. Somehow the frame rate gets screwed up, even though the file itself doesn't reflect that. It doesn't show a variable frame rate. But anyway, this is all mumble jumbo to say that all the footage that I recorded, which was like an hour and a half worth of footage that I was trying to edit down to create a video for you guys, is basically unusable. At least not for what I was going for, unless I want a very, it's not what it can't be what I wanted it to be. And therefore I don't really want to produce it for you guys because I want it to be really polished and really nice. I'm feeling really defeated about it. The worst part is it was a reaction video to my old content, so recreating it is not exactly an option. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be authentic anymore. And that sucks. But anyway, I was really excited to create that for you guys. I'm really bummed. And I know when it comes to this kind of stuff, video footage and stuff gets corrupted all the time. This is kind of one of those native problems. Wanted that video to be the thing that I came back with. And I guess I could react to different videos. It's not like all I said was about the videos. I did also talk about how these things were making me feel. I realized when I was recording it that some of these videos had way more views than I thought they did, and that blew my freaking mind. I won't be able to relay that as authentic surprise again, you know? I just feel really bummed right now. So yeah, I wanted to share that. Hi guys! So sorry for the very abrupt microphone audio quality change. I am just checking back in with you guys. The last time that you saw me, I was feeling quite down and depressed because I had a major footage issue for my reaction video, which you should have seen by now. So yeah, I was able to make the footage I had work. I actually think it came out quite well, all things considered. Was it exactly what I wanted it to be? Not quite, but I'm still happy with how it came out. Hi, Claire. Thanks for your input. So I just wanted to check in with you guys to let you know I'm feeling a lot better in that regard. On the other hand, I am feeling a little bit bummed at the moment because I actually had a job interview this afternoon and it didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. I don't want to bore you with all of the details. I kind of thought it was a done deal. Turns out not quite, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because the person I spoke with is just trying to do due diligence to make sure that all of us are able to get what we expect and what we want out of the situation, which I think is a good thing because I've tried to be very, very blunt and very, very honest about what I need from the next position that I go into. So we'll see how it goes. I should hopefully know something next week, and I'm trying not to let that get me down too much because if they're not able to give me what I want, I don't want to let my anxiety about finances lead me to jumping on something that isn't right for me, that might put me in a mental state as bad as the one I was in before. I think it's a good thing that everybody is being pretty cautious about the situation. And on the other hand, we're going to be doing some fun stuff tonight. For one, my new reaction video will be going live tonight for me, but you will have already seen it. But tonight we're going to go out to an Oktoberfest thing in Omaha. I think it'll be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully I can get a little bit of footage for you guys while I'm there and incorporate that into this video somehow. I just wanted to give you that update, and then I guess I will talk to you guys a little bit later. buddy. You hanging? You're so cute. Hi guys, good morning. This morning I've just got some coffee with me and I'm going to be putting on my Impress Kiss nails. They're this really pretty style. So yeah, I'm doing that and I figured I would just include you guys because why not? So to be honest with you guys, I know that this vlog has been just an absolute mess and hodgepodge of things going on, and for that I'm really sorry. If you can't tell, I'm really trying to figure out my groove with how I'm gonna do these vlogs and stuff and how I want to talk about mental health in the context of these vlogs, so just please bear with me. It's all a work in progress. I'm not brand new to YouTube, obviously, but it's been a really long time, you guys, and I don't really know what's gonna work as far as this goes. I have to figure out my own way and my own flair and twist onto how I wanna do things for this channel, and I hope that you guys can be patient with me in figuring that out together. I appreciate you guys in the meantime. So here's the finished product. Aren't they pretty? Now I feel very pretty and feminine and cute. I think I have drawn this vlog out as long as possible. It's been about a week worth of footage that I've put together. I don't have a nice little bow to wrap all this up with, but we will get there. Content creation is something I'm committing to in various forms, and I just have to figure out what spin I'm gonna be putting on it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for going through these experimental stages with me. I really do appreciate it, and I'm so excited to keep sharing more with you guys. I love y'all. Please be sure to subscribe, like if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye guys.